So today we're reacting to I Have the Longest Name in the World, No One Can Read It by Dory Story.
Hey y'all, tell me, do you like your name? I'm 24 years old. Usually people call me Amadi, but it is not my full name.
Oh.
Want to know why? My parents met in Africa. My mom came from an ancient African village.
I just have to ask, how long can that name be? Because nobody really has a long name. It doesn't make sense.
My father is a scientist who had come to write a book about them. As a result, my father fell in love with my mom and took her to the USA. My father wanted to become famous. He wanted to be remembered for something in human history. But the book did not bring him fame, nor did his following endeavors.
Are they wanting to be famous because of the name? Because that makes no sense. You're just ruining your children's life.
He got so sad, he began drinking a lot. It was then that my mom had the idea of how to immortalize his last name. At the moment, she was in the last month of pregnancy. Upon birth, she gave me the longest name in the world. So then, I
don't even know if this is actually true because I don't think people can have long names. But I don't actually know, so don't take this from me.
Guinness Book of World Records. My name consisted of 1,000 letters. My father was proud of the record, telling everyone about it. While I don't think
you should be proud of this.
This name was a curse.
Honest?
To fully read out my name, you would need approximately 2 minutes. Many find this funny.
You're spending a whole 2 minutes saying someone's name.
I won't read the whole 1,000 letters, though trust me, I can, as my parents made me learn it. They had a recording on replay go hundreds of...
Imagine if this was you, wouldn't it be annoying? Like, everybody calling you. Like, in the register, when you're, like, in school, how are you gonna even tell the teacher that your name is 1,000 letters long? And then, this just confuses me.
Times until I memorized it. And so... my name is actually Amadi Mokwozi Wawatu Mishindiwa Mioyo Tingaji Rose Petal Rafiki Bora Nyota Makali Zadi Maka Yajotu Kuto Apendo na Faraha Juikala Moto Wa Melili Ukweli Usio
How can someone even come up with this name? This is crazy.
Upukika, Umande, Mupiawa, Azubuhi Moyo, Wa Simba, Maisha, Yachanzo. Impressed? That's not even half of my full name. Of course, people just called me Amadi, but everybody knows about my record. At school, there were geniuses who poked fun at me because of it. Every time when I filled in official documents where your full name had to be written, I would suffer. First, from writing these 1,000 letters, and then when I had to explain the situation to the poor workers. They had to fill it into the computer database. You can't imagine what trouble it was to get a driver's license. What's there to say? My university had to order a special large diploma for me to fit all 1,000 letters on there. I was so ashamed when I held it in my hands. I dreamed so much of having a short name.
I mean, it would be so cool to have a long name and be the... like, have the record of having the longest name in the whole wide world. But I wouldn't mind that much, but it would be crazy.
That it can fit on a Starbucks cup. But I love my parents too much to change my name. I know it would hurt them a lot. My dad could start drinking again, as achievements are important for him. For now, his greatest achievement is me. With time, I was becoming more annoyed. Not even because of my record-long name, but of the fact that I'm considered to be unique only because of it. But I could do something cooler than just having a name, something actually important and useful for society. And I thought of it. I decided to go back to my mom's homeland and become a volunteer to help children and poor families. My parents...
That's actually a good idea to maybe like be noticed for something else. I agree with her. She's nice.
Happy about it, as it would be dangerous. But I packed my bags and flew to Kenya. I began teaching the locals to work honestly and not to steal. My organization also helps kids receive at least a secondary school education. I'm also participating in the building of a center where kids from the orphanage will live as well as our team. So far, we have 18 kids at the orphanage. Some of them don't have parents, some do, but were rejected by them. I spend time with them. We play educational games, talk, and learn English. Of course, none of them know about my record. It was all good until something happened. One day, I was late to the orphanage and decided to shorten my route. Unexpectedly for myself, I got lost.
Oh, that's so
Suddenly, a little girl came out of nowhere. She was out of breath from running and was scared. The girl ran up to me and said that her older brother needs immediate help. I went after her, though I was very scared. What if it's all a trick? The girl led me to an old and creepy hut. Cautiously, I entered and saw a guy who laid on the floor half fainted. Based on his appearance, he couldn't have been more than 25 years old. When I got closer, I was surprised. The guy was a cute albino. For the first time in my life, I met an albino, but it was not the time to admire him. He fell ill. He had a fever. The girl said that she lives alone with her brother and that their parents aren't alive anymore. They hide from people because they fear the local voodoo priests who hunt for albinos. I felt so bad for them. I brought an American doctor from our center. It ended up the guy had a really bad cold, which is treated with antibiotics. I gave a large part of my savings for the medicine, and the guy started getting better. I looked at him and couldn't stop admiring him. It was the most handsome man I had ever seen. His body, lips, eyes, face, it all won me over. In all, I fell in love. When he felt better, he asked me my name.